Coin On.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. This is Dustin with Coin Op. Today, I wanted to fill you in on some numismatic news, some really cool things to look for. First of all, I'd like to thank our Super Chat donors that donated financially to the channel Wednesday during the live stream. Just so everybody knows, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from 8 until 9, I will be doing a live stream. Basically, it's a question and answer. I will try to have topics, but pretty much just field all the questions that any of you might have. So I'd like to thank Pauls Brown for your donation. And I'd like to also thank Heavy Metal Silver for your donation. You will have some nice error or variety coins shipped out to you at our expense as a big thank you. Anyhow, I'd like to dive right on into some numismatic news. Now, I did a video a while back on the 1982 D small date that was struck on copper. Now, there are 7 known varieties for the 1982. Now, in 1982, the mint wanted to change the metal that they were using because the copper bronze was getting too expensive. It was costing more than what the penny was worth. So they changed up the metal. So in 1982, there are 7 known different varieties. There's the large date and the small date varieties. So what you have is you have a 1982 large date that's on copper. You have a 1982 large date that is on the zinc, that is copper coated. You have a 1982 small date that is on copper. You have a 1982 small date that is on zinc. Then you have a 1982D that is a large date that is on copper. Then you have a 1982D large date that is on zinc. And then a 1982D small date that is on zinc as well. Now, a 1982D small date that is struck on copper bronze is not supposed to exist. But lo and behold, one turned up. The 1982D was discovered by Paul Malone November 23rd of 2016, and currently it is the only known example. Now, shortly after I put out that first video, somebody did get in touch with me with images, and everything looked really good. It looked like they also had one. I put them in contact with Ken Potter, but we have not heard anything since then. So far there's only one known example. Now, the news that I wanted to tell you is August 3rd at the Stax Bowers Gallery, they are having their A&A Rarities Night auction. Course, the one that I'm talking about, the 1982D small date, the one that was discovered November 23rd in 2016, is going up for auction. Alongside of it is going to be for sale a 1983D that was struck on copper. Now, every Lincoln cent after 1982, so 1983 until current, should all be struck on a zinc planchet. They should all be a zinc planchet. Now, a couple have turned up over the years. I believe a 1989D, I know 1983, there's a couple, but for various years, it has turned out where some of the Lincolns were actually struck on the pre-1983 copper bronze planchets. Basically, the planchets from 1982 and 1981 and earlier. They were not supposed to be struck on that. So these are 2 major error coins that are going to auction. Neither of these should exist, but they do. And they are both going to be in the same auction on the same night. Now, it is rumored and estimated that either one of these coins could easily fetch $50,000 a piece or above, especially that 1982D small date copper. People have been on a frenzy searching for it. So I'm going to break down just a little bit more as to what exactly it is that you are looking for and how to tell the difference so that potentially you could find one as well, because I'm going to tell you right now, to find a penny worth $50,000, it's definitely worth it. Now, when you are taking a look at a 1982D Lincoln cent, first of all, you need to distinguish whether it's a large date or a small date. A 1982D large date The easiest way to tell the difference between the large date and the small date, in my opinion, is by the 2. Now, the 1982 large date, the 2 is going to be really thick. It's going to be heavy and fat, and there is no curve down at the base. Now, if you compare it to a 1982D small date, the 2 is going to be very soft and delicate. It's going to be a lot thinner, and there's going to be a curve down by the base at the bottom of the 2. Once you distinguish between those two, if you do believe you have a 1982D and it looks like a small date, then the next step would be to put it on a scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams, you're on the money. If it weighs 2.5 grams, that's what it should weigh, and that is normal. A copper bronze Lincoln cent planchet weighs 3.1 grams, when a zinc planchet that is copper coated weighs 2.5 grams. Now, a lot of times I do get emails where somebody found a copper bronze planchet Lincoln cent that weighs 3 grams or 3.2, where they find a zinc planchet Lincoln cent that weighs 2.4 grams or 2.6 grams. The mint does have levels that, as long as the coin is within a certain tolerance, it's considered to be weighed fine. So it can be plus or minus, I believe 10%, something along those lines. So it can be, a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier. But basically, when you are looking at your 1982Ds, you are going to look for the 1982D that has the small date. It has that gentle 2 that has the little curve at the base. And then you also want it to weigh 3.1 grams. Now, I do strongly suggest you go check out this article. It was in New Mista News magazine. It was written by Ken Potter. Ken Potter is an awesome writer. He's very well versed in the era and varieties. What I thought was really interesting, though, is when looking over this article, Ken broke down how these two people discovered both of these varieties. Now, Paul Malone, who found the 1982D that he discovered on November 23rd, 2016, what he was doing is he was weighing all of his linkage because he likes to hoard the copper bronze. So he was separating the zinc planchets from the copper bronze because he likes to hoard the copper because it is worth more than a penny. A copper penny is worth more than 1 cent just in the copper weight. So he was pulling them aside, and he ended up finding a 1982D that had a small date that weighed 3.1 grams, and he knew that was not accurate. And he got in touch with Ken Potter, and everything went from there. Now, in 2011, Jeff Young was the one who discovered the 1983D. And this is where it actually pays to have reference books. Jeff Young had stated that he found it after reading his copy of Strike It Rich with Pocket Change, which, if you have not ever read that book or you do not own that book, if you are a error or variety searcher, you are going to want that book. The Cherry Picker's Guides are an awesome reference, and another awesome reference is Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. So he read Strike It Rich with Pocket Change, and he had noticed that the footnote had a little notation about transitional planchet errors, and he decided to go and weigh his in check. And lo and behold, he found a 1983D that weighed 3.1 grams, which it's not supposed to. It's supposed to weigh 2.5 grams. So he knew right away that that meant it was struck on a copper bronze planchet, and he got in touch with Ken Potter, and everything went from there. So it does pay to have reference guides, because that guy literally found a coin valued upwards of $50,000 just by reading something in a book and deciding to check his own coins. So there you go. It does pay to be a coin searcher. Well, there you go. There's some numismatic news for you. So August 3rd, make sure you check out Stax Bauer's auction, which is the Rarities Night auction. It will feature both the 1982D small date and the 1983D that was struck on copper, both Lincoln cents. Both of them are estimated to hit values at around $50,000, if not more. We do hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to help out our channel, you can do so by hitting the thumbs up button. The more you hit the thumbs up button, the more it encourages YouTube to share our content with more and more people. Also by subscribing. If you hit that subscribe button, it definitely helps us out. Make sure you click the notification so you know right away when we upload. We do have a Patreon. If you would like to financially donate, you can always do that there. Or you can always tune into our Wednesday Super Chat, which is at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you leave a super chat of $5 or more, I do ship you an error or variety coin of my choosing at my expense. So you can donate to the channel right there and also get something in return. We do have a website. It is VarietyErrors.com. Once again, it is VarietyErrors.com. We have a lot of really cool, fun stuff going on over there. We did start featuring a few articles written about Couch Collectibles videos, so we started featuring Justin from Couch Collectibles over on our website as well. We decided to expand it out. He has a lot of great content over on his channel. He does a lot of coin roll searching, so make sure you go check out Couch Collectibles. He does live streams almost every night of the week as well. Also, go check out our website. We did open up an auction part on our website. It is starting to fill up. There are coins up there that are for sale, so if you go to our website, you can check those out. If you would like to find myself or Robert Lawson, you can always do so on the Coin Op group on Facebook, or you can always find myself in the Coin Op sales group on Facebook as well. Feel free to join up both of those groups, have some fun, and as always, have fun and enjoy searching.